There's a cat. Why is there a cat?
Get ready, because this is year 6 of daily vlogging. Good morning, good morning. Yes, that was a cat in the driveway that when I took a few tentative steps towards it, it eventually started trotting down and came up and started nuzzling against me. It was so friendly. It did not look malnourished in any way. So my hope is that it's someone's outdoor cat. I did take some pictures though, and I'm gonna post in the Nextdoor app, you know, for the neighborhood, and say if this is anyone's lost cat, this is where I saw it. If it's your outdoor cat, please just tell me, so I'm not worried that this cat could be in danger or was dumped and doesn't have a home, because I can't accept that. Yeah, it was super friendly. I say it because I couldn't tell if it was a boy or a girl. It had a little bit of a longer like snout, which I typically see in short-haired male cats, but I could be wrong. So anyway, yeah, I was originally gonna leave 10 minutes early so I could get gas along the way, and then there was a cat that I wanted to make sure was okay, and it was super friendly and cute. And then I called my mom and I was like, Mom, what do I do? And then I sent a picture to Ashlyn just to say, which she's sleeping, but to be like, hey, have you seen this cat before? Is it an outdoor cat from a neighbor that I just don't know about? Is it okay? You know, what do we do? So anyway, but I'm heading to church, and then afterwards my plan is to actually head over to the house that my parents looked at yesterday and that we have the offer on, because I will be closer over there. So I'm gonna head over there to see it, and then I will, there's a book sale closer to where I live now that I would like to go to. And then my brother is gonna be at the car shop that he works at, and he offered, because if I need an oil change, and I do, so I texted him to ask when is the best time for me to go over there. So it'll be a busy day. So that's why I'm really hoping that cat's okay. I just got the news that as long as the seller signs, I got the house. I can't cry before I go on stage. Oh God. Yeah, the kids are coming in now, so I have a second that I can talk about this. So basically what happened. So last night, the seller did get multiple bids on the house. The highest bid was $265. Highest bid was $265. We had an escalation clause that brought it up to $260. So if someone had put in a bid for $255, our bid immediately would have gone up to $256. However, $265 doesn't cover it. However, they contacted us because they like the other terms. They like the other terms of the agreement that we put in there. So our seller, or our agent, negotiated and said if we do $260 with all those other terms, so $3,000 earnest, closing on the 19th, and all of that, would you accept? And they said yes. So as long as the seller doesn't somehow change their mind, which I hope they wouldn't, because they said yes, they would accept that offer, it's mine. Church went very well. It is 10:16. I was going to go over and see the house. This was before I got the news. And the reason I'm not going to now is because our realtor, Claire, said that if everything is signed today and all is well, that she would be more than happy to meet me there tomorrow or Tuesday, and I can see it with her. And so I was like, oh, that would be great. And also, if I don't get it, then there's kind of no point in me going over there, right? So I figured that was a good idea. However, I'm going to stop and get gas, and then I've got to stop and get a filter for my car, because I am heading over to the shop my brother works at, and he is going to, whatchamacallit? He's going to change my oil. Here. I just got gas. I'm waiting at the Advanced Auto Parts that's right near here, waiting for my brother to look up my VIN number, I sent it to him, and waiting for him to tell me what I need to go in and get. Oil filter has been acquired. I'm gonna write down what type that is so I don't have to ask Braden again. I can just keep it in my phone. That way he doesn't have to look it up. So I'm heading over to him at the store that he works at. He got moved over actually to the store in Woodstock. So I've got about like a 45-minute drive, which is fine because that actually puts me closer to where, I think closer to where I live and where the sale is, rather than if I had gone to where the hopefully new house will be. I'm so afraid that like the seller is gonna for some reason change their mind and like, I don't know. Braden's changing my oil. Yay. Yay. So it is 12:09. I just got out of the shop. Braden changed my oil. He also told me that within the next 2 or 3 months I will need a new battery, and we also talked last time about new brake pads and stuff, so gonna be some charges coming to that, but that's okay. I just, you know, don't want to, I would rather do it now when it's proper maintenance time instead of letting it run too long and then it's much harder to fix. Also, I texted with our agent because I was curious, because we're supposed to get a response from the seller by 1 p.m. And I said, Claire, what happens if we don't get one by 1 p.m.? And she said, well, by law, our offer would expire. However, she said if they came back and signed it afterwards and were still wanting to go forward with it, and you were fine with going forward with it, then we keep moving along. Like, it's not one of those where it's like, you know, hopeless. I am really, really nervous that for some reason they decided, after telling us that they would accept our offer on those terms and stuff, that they for some reason aren't going to. Like, I'm so afraid that, like, I do know though, even at this stage too, we will hear regardless. We will hear regardless. Hopefully we'll hear from by the end of today at the latest. I'm like, we're so close. We're so close. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my gosh, like I'm stressed. Like we're so close. We're so close and I'm so excited. All right, so I think I just heard, or not I think, I did just hear that the agent of the seller contacted Claire to say that she has received the signed thing, and that she asked if she could call the other seller, the seller's agent asked if she could call our friend Scott, who's handling the loan, tomorrow. And Claire was like, you can call him today. Could you call him today so we can get this wrapped up? So who knows if that agent is going to actually do that, but at least they're still interested in the offer, I guess. I don't know. I'm stressed. Also, this book sale might actually be exactly where I was yesterday. It is exactly where I was yesterday, and it's it's actually like a whole like festival, like a little art sale. Had I known that, I would have stopped by yesterday. Well, they weren't selling. The festival was still going on, but not the book literally sale. Right where I was yesterday, driving through the exact same thing. This is really cool though. Now I'm glad I get to check out the whole festival. That's super awesome. And if I'm starving, I can go to the place that we went yesterday for lunch, because it was really good. So yeah, now I'm excited. I just gotta find where the books are. I passed a sign for an estate sale on my way home. I have time, might as well. This is like one of the things that I do love doing, is like just, you know, being able to wander around and have this time to do this. Oh, I don't. Sorry, there's a family. There it is. It's fun, you know? At least for me, it's fun. Especially because there's not a lot that I look for. So if there's nothing there for me, it's usually a really quick, like, walk through. So, ugh. Or if I walk in and it says cash. So at the sale, I found some books in the young adult section, and then when I was walking back after having those donuts, I saw they specifically had a section for Magic Treehouse, and I was like, oh, I'll take a look at that, because now that I have that list, I knew that I don't have all of them. So I was able to get, I think, 9. I was able to get 9 Magic Treehouse books that I do not have. And of course, Magic Treehouse is usually a younger reader book, but I would love to adapt that series someday. So I need to do a reread, and I need to have majority of the books in my possession. Plus, it's just such a good series. I want to keep it on my shelves because I love it. the last I heard from Claire was the last update I just gave, which is, you know, she asked the other agent if she could call Scott today instead of tomorrow. But the good news is that I don't think between today and tomorrow and the other agent calling Scott, I don't think it would be like oh, just kidding, we actually went with another person. You know, we'd be like, well, why? Because you didn't call them? You know, like, we told you to call them, you know, he would have answered whatever question you have. But anyway, so I don't know, we're so close. I just have a bad feeling, not really a bad feeling, I just have a feeling that it's not going to be finalized until tomorrow. If anything, whatever it is won't be finalized until tomorrow, which, like, I get that, but like, it's just, yeah, it's gonna tear me apart until whatever happens is finalized. So let's hope it's sooner rather than later. My first act of packing, even though of course this house isn't confirmed yet, and that's the reason why I'm doing this first, is finally packing up all the Christmas stuff, because that needs desperately to be done anyway. It is May, and that way it's also making progress on packing. I'm almost done putting away the Christmas stuff. I have everything back in the box. I just need to go get the other box. Oh, for the tree. There we go. That needs to happen. Our realtor has asked our friend Scott to reach out to the other agent to see if he can get on the phone with them. We are starting to wonder if, and I would understand this, but because I want the house so bad, it annoys me. We wonder if they're trying to hold out and see if they get like a better offer today. But the thing that's really, I think, setting us apart is that we can do a quick close. I think that's not the case with a lot of these others, or the others, if they're doing a quick close, which a lot of them probably aren't, because I think a lot of them also might be asking for specific things, like, we want that side of the basement closed, and they're like, the house is being sold as is. So they've done all the renovations to it upstairs when they put it back, you know, after they put it back on or before they put it back on the market. So I think that might be hopefully what keeps us ahead, please, is that we are not asking for any of that, you know, and we are closing quick. And it just, Claire did tell us though that like the agent talking to our friend Scott, like for the loan, like that's standard procedure, like that, you know, it's not out of the ordinary. However, the fact that he or she is trying to push it off, I think it's a woman realtor. The fact that she's trying to push it off until Monday, definitely, I think they're trying to get a better offer today, which, like, I get it, but I'm hoping that since it's Mother's Day, there are less people going to see the house. The other thing that I have to be worried about is I'm like, okay, so you're going to call tomorrow, but are you going to call at the beginning of tomorrow? Or are you going to try to wait? Like, I don't know. I'm like, we are literally offering you $10,000 above asking price, closing quickly, offering you $3,000 earnest. Like, please, I'm begging. There's also no way I'm going to be able to focus on working on the edits / slight rewrite of the script that I sold last year tomorrow, which is fine. I updated them that it would be like middle of this week that I would get it to them. And I think middle of this week, if you're counting the weekend, could be like Thursday. But I know there's no way it's going to be hard enough for me, which if I haven't heard anything by 5 when I start work tomorrow, that's going to be like, listen, we need to hear either way, like what's going on. So hopefully by this time tomorrow, we definitely will know what's going on. I'm still holding out hope that it might be like this evening. I don't know. Look, I'm helping Kendall with an audition. So, yay. It is 12:42. I just got off the phone with my friend Kendall, and I were off FaceTime because I was helping her with an audition. I was her reader, and it was a long audition. It was like 9 pages, and 3 different scenes. So I'm having some cereal because I'm hungry, and I don't want to go to bed hungry because I learned my lesson with that. I'm going to watch a YouTube video while I sit here, but I'm going to end this vlog here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. All my social media is in the description. Love you all.